Good morning, and thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to talk about a subject that's very important to me, living in a state where bad weather, especially unexpected weather, can strike at any time. Mainly in this case, a hurricane. Hurricane season is not over with as of yet. We still have about another month or so to go. So I wanted to just go ahead and talk about, some things that you need in case a hurricane does strike, and you'll have it on hand that I think that are pretty important. Um, One of the first things is you want to make sure that you have some assorted canned goods, like some canned fruit, some vegetables, or some soups and things like that to have on hand. That way, if when power goes out, you always have the ability to have it there if you need it. And the second thing that you would want to have on hand, and I have found it beneficial, it has a good shelf life. It's also a very good tasting milk if you've never had it. Parmalat milk. If you don't go the Parmalat milk, you can always go the non-fat dry milk route. Make sure you have plenty of that. Number three is you want to have some bottled water. The bottled water, not only to keep you hydrated, from being thirsty. If you do go the non-fat dry milk route, you can take water and add to it and create your own milk. The other thing, number four, that I do highly recommend everybody having is make sure you have a manual can opener on hand. This one not only has a manual can opener, but it's got an old fashioned, the type of can that you puncture, like the old high C juices that you used to get back in the 80s, or even juicy juice, and sometimes even now I see the Dole pineapple juice that still comes in the metal can. So that's a good thing to always have on hand. And this one right here, I don't know of anybody that doesn't have this. Number five is a barbecue grill. Make sure you have plenty of charcoal on hand. Or if you have a gas grill, make sure you have plenty of gas available, and you can have a gas grill. A lot of the time, you can open a canned good. Everybody's got saucepans and skillets and cooking utensils in their kitchen, so you could always take that, put it in a saucepan or whatnot, and there's a separate spot on your gas grills that allows you to heat up certain food in a saucepan or skillet. So you're not deprived of being able, to have something to eat in the event that a hurricane or even a or tornado or some bad weather may come through your area. But I know, being down here in Florida, and I've lived in Florida coming up, well, I've lived here 39 years, uh, and I've lived through probably seven, maybe eight hurricanes in my time since I was a little boy. So I definitely know firsthand these are about five things that you definitely want to have on hand in the event that a hurricane does strike. I've only had to live through one hurricane that I can recall where the power did go out. It was Hurricane Charlie back in 2004. Electricity was out just a little bit more than a day, but it felt like a week. And thank goodness we had an old timey little television that you had back in the late 70s that, that sat on a table. I think the screen was like 7 or 8 inches big, and you had an old analog tuner type radio. Luckily, we still had one of those, and that's how we were able to find out the weather report and to see how things were going in our area at the time. But I just wanted to come on here this morning and just mention these few things. Like I said, hurricane season It happens every year. It's usually between what, June and sometime in November. So these things are good to have. And I always make sure I have these things on hand, which I do. And well, right now, I could actually uh, supplement a few of these items, especially in the canned good department. But I just want to thank all of you for tuning in this morning. Well, it'll be afternoon when this goes up on air, but I just wanted to point these things out to you guys. And I hope all of you have a nice day. And I will see you early Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Have a wonderful day.